planet and across the galaxy. This is the Darren Sanders Show!
Joining me now is a musician, singer. Can I say musician?
You can say musician.
What do you play, Amanda Easton?
I play voice, but I play the piano as well.
Yeah.
But I think singers are musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Well, it is a part, I guess, when you look at music, it is a part of the whole ensemble of when a song comes out. Yeah. Well, it's one thing I wish both things. I wish I could sing, and I wish I continued playing the piano as a kid.
Oh, you did start.
Yeah.
See, I started, stopped and started again. It's possible.
Started, stopped, started guitar, stopped. I started a lot of things. I don't complete a lot of things.
It's hard to do everything.
Yeah, but when it comes to music, it's that one thing that makes you very envious, I think, when you go to a party and somebody pulls out a guitar, or, I mean, you can't pull out a piano, but if there's a piano there.
The funny thing is, when you're a professional, you don't want to sing at people's parties anymore.
No. Go out and see live stuff, because that's changed.
Right.
That's changed a lot, the live scene.
It's changing. I think it's going back.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always going to be a cycle, and I think it's coming back.
As you get older, you always you keep remembering your own childhood, unfortunately, of going, when I went out, we went out to all these places, there was all these bands.
Young.
Yeah, there were bands, there were live bands, there was this, but there are probably things kids are doing now that aren't music, but they're going out doing things. So
they are.
I guess it's an alternative choice, but there is a big audience out there for people over a certain age to go and...
That's right.
Yeah, go and listen to live music again. Yeah.
Yes.
How would you describe your music? Is it rock, pop rock?
I don't know. It's
indie.
Well, I don't think it's terribly indie, but it's not super mainstream. It's always hard to describe your own, but I call it theatrical electronic pop.
Right.
Because I think it's not super indie. The theatrical part of it makes it less indie, if that makes sense. Because, if you're indie, you're really cool and shoegazing, and I'm so far from cool. So I think theatrical kind of...
You're cool. Look, you've got green hair.
Well, you have to do something, don't you?
Because I love your video clips too, because they're always a bit out there, aren't they?
Well, a bit out there, yeah, it's good. Bit different. Makes it stand out amongst the trillions of film clips and things that are out there much to compete against.
You produce all your own stuff?
I don't. That's the one thing. We were talking earlier about having to do, or feeling like you have to do everything yourself, and that's the one wall I'm yet to climb. I record my own vocals and produce my own vocals, but as far as all the rest of it, I don't feel like I'm good enough. I do my own video clips. I can't be behind the camera and in front of it. I'm still yet to work that one out, but I do all the directing, producing, editing. I completely get it. I'm envious, actually. And I do everything in my film clips, all the effects and the editing and the whatever else. Music, no.
Yeah. Who produces for you? Do you have
all different people.
Yeah.
I've come to the point where I've realised there's this thing called the internet, and you can connect with people all over the world. And I actually found a website that is specifically for singers to connect with producers.
Right.
And you can get them to kind of audition producing your track, and you choose the one that you like.
Your husband, does he produce anything of yours, or?
No, we have very different musical tastes. Yeah. When we first moved in together and we were combining CDs, right? This is the test, the first time. And he believes in putting CDs in alphabetical order, whereas I'm much more haphazard than that.
From the artist's alphabetical order, from the album name?
Artists and then album name.
Okay.
Right? So we are opposites in many ways. And he looked at my CDs and saw that the first one was ABBA.
Right.
It was almost off.
Really?
Yeah. He had to go out and buy a 78 Saab album.
I'm pretty much sure everybody's 10cc. That'd be before.
Yeah.
Did the numbers come before
He's too
letters?
cool for that. He's that cool indie guy.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Surely everyone's got ABBA.
I would have thought so.
Yeah.
But no. And he thought that's going to be the first thing people see when they look at our CD collection. We can't have it.
Well, you could, I guess, depends where the door is. If it's in...
They could look at ZZ Top first.
Yeah.
Neither of us have ZZ Top. So, no, we do work together sometimes. Yeah. And I do a lot of backing vocals on his band's work, which is soul. My music tastes are much broader, I guess. Yeah. Because I'm uncool, as I said, but him being cool, he's much more focused and specific in what he likes.
He's a guitarist, though.
He is a guitarist. What do you mean, though?
Well, because that's the call. That's
that is
the call.
Cool.
That's the cool instrument.
You
the
just
guitar.
have to pick it up and be cool.
Yeah. You don't even have to. You can put it across your back
Absolutely.
like Bono, and then just walk down the street.
I reckon those people that do that, half of them can't even play. It's just to pick up girls.
Yeah. I see I have a guitar in the corner.
Yeah. You do, but it's a bit far away. You need to keep it in shot.
Can't play.
Someone actually might ask you one day, then you're in trouble.
Could do.
Yeah.
Can I talk about your songwriting process then?
Yes.
Actually, can you talk about your songwriting process? Because I have no idea.
Looking forward to hearing what you had to say about my songwriting process.
Because I'm always curious when you hear a song, you go, did they come up with the melody, medley, the music first, and then write, or do the lyrics come in? Then you have to match the lyrics to music.
I come up with them separately. I keep a notebook of ideas for lyrics, and then I also set aside time, and when the inspiration takes me, I put down music. Then I find I grab the lyrics and I kind of sing along to the music, and that's how the melody comes. Right. So I don't think melodies for me come just out of the air. They come as a result of kind of the chords and the music. Right. But the songwriting process is interesting. You played a clip of mine, Dance to the Music. In my head. And I remember distinctly when the idea of that song came. I actually used to do backing vocals for the lovely Wendy Matthews. And you'll know her song, The Day You Went Away, her big, beautiful ballad. And I was doing backing vocals on stage somewhere up in the Northern Beaches. And whenever we sing that song, the audience are always, oh, because it's so beautiful. And, you know, in the old days, they would have had cigarette lighters, but that's not allowed anymore.
You've got the phones up now. Everyone just holds
there's an app on the phone that does it. So they're waving their hands in the air and, you know, looking like this. And in the middle of this beautiful moment, because it's, for me, I grew up with that song. And so to be on stage with Wendy singing it, it's absolutely heaven. I love it. And the song's so gorgeous and the effect on the audience. But this one woman started disco dancing. So in this beautiful moment, she's...
Throw you off completely.
Well, I was looking at the piano player and you can't laugh in this beautiful moment. But I wrote down after the show, she's dancing to the music in her own head. But then I realised, though, I wrote a song called Dance to the Music in Your Head, and I realised it's about me. Because even though you get this inspiration from everywhere, I think songwriters in the end, they write about themselves. So even when someone says, oh no, that song about that bitch is not about you, it probably is.
Right,
Because I mean, you can't write about it if you haven't experienced it. I find
there's a big thing with musicians I know from overseas that Australians don't know when to clap. They clap on the wrong beat.
Oh, really?
You know, is it meant to be 2 and 4 and not 1 and 3?
It's meant to be 2 and 4,
but they find that when they play, and if they look at the crowd, they're clapping on the wrong, and they can't look.
They can really put you off.
They don't look because it just throws everybody.
I have had drunk people clap right in my face, and I think they're enjoying it. It's hard to tell, but they're just clapping haphazardly, not even the 1 and 3. It's probably the 6 and the 2.5, and that's really off-putting.
I'd just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, no, that's hard.
The song we can have a listen to now is?
This is a music video, one of the first that I produced, directed and edited, called Disco Disconnected.
Is there a story behind it?
There is. You know how I was telling you before that when I write a song, it's about somebody else, but it ends up actually being about me.
Okay.
It's about a girl I know who is still partying and is probably too old to be doing the things she's still doing.
Righto. All right.
It's about future me, obviously.
Of course. Let's have a look.
Don't you think you'd better make this a virgin margarita? Oh yes, you better. Tearing up is tearing. You are apart, and 3 a.m. to start. They got glitter you're you, and still so many strangers left to seduce. Lick that glitter off your lips. Will you ever be too old for this? The disco disconnected. Disco disconnected. What will happen then? Oh, when you crash, the lights around you flash, the mirrors crack, not there. Who's coming in? A leather dress, please make a date to confess, to confess. The disco disconnected. Disco disconnected. Disco disconnected. Disco
Where can we find where you're playing next, or album releases, that sort of stuff?
All sorts of stuff is all over the internet. It's at www.amandaeaston.com.
Yep.
Easton like Sheena.
Yeah.
Remember Sheena?
Yeah, well, you got the hair like her.
You know what? You look at a picture of her in the
yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
I found out recently we're related.
Yeah?
And
Which
if
way?
you look-
How are you related?
Oh, something like third cousins.
All right.
Yeah. So
I
distantly.
wouldn't even know who my second cousin was.
No, well, I only found out recently because an elderly aunt said, "You sing, don't you?" And
Yeah.
I said, "I do, just like cousin Sheena." I went, "Sheena Easton?"
Yeah.
Because we've both got, Scottish
yeah.
ancestry. So there was always, a wonder.
Yeah.
But I looked at photos of her in the 80s, and I've got the 80s, haircut happening, although she never had green hair.
No.
But we look remarkably similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Auntie Sheena. There you go. So Amanda Easton, like Sheena, Easton.com, and everything's up there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the market for an overpriced property? Then look no further than George Rip at Rip Real Estate. These guys really have no idea when it comes to the property market. Get ripped off by the professionals at Rip Real Estate. Some late-breaking sport news from the un-Australian Mark Williamson.
Thank you, Darren. Following the success of the match played in China, the AFL has announced that next season they'll be playing a game in Antarctica. The West Coast Eagles were the first team to put their hands up to play on ice.
I know when I was a kid, I would read books at school. I think the only child's book around there may have been something like Enid Blyton, but nowadays there are many more books to choose from for kids to read. And one of those books is Thai-riffic by author Oliver Phommavanh. Welcome, Oliver.
Thanks, Darren.
What age group are you looking at when you look at kids' books?
For me, I'm looking at ages 8 to 12, so looking at like year 4 up to year 7.
Good years to concentrate on?
I love it. I call it the age of curiosity, and wonder. They're still a bit cheeky, but they're still okay to do stuff on their own.
Yeah.
Before all that kind of stuff happens in high school. So I like to sort of tap into that sort of mentality.
Because you started out as a school teacher.
I did, yeah. I actually taught a year 5, year 6 class.
Yeah.
And I loved primary school teaching, and I used to go there and, have all these toys like Mr. Grumpy Bear. Hello, my name is Grumpy. And like 11-year-old kids would look at me and go, "What's this guy? He's weird. He's kind of creepy." But over the...
I can see that. Yeah.
But over the weeks, they kind of like... I kind of broke them down, and they got used to Grumpy Bear and all my other toys, and we had a blast.
Now, the book, Thai-riffic, was your breakthrough book, your first one. How long did that take you to write?
So I did teaching for 1 year full time, and then I decided to take a break and pursue writing. So it took me 3 years from start to finish, and it was just a series of like just polishing my manuscript, but also getting out there, meeting lots of people.
Yeah.
You know, I went to like the New South Wales Writer Centre. Very lucky to meet an agent there, and he was interested. An agent.
Oh right,
yeah.
Is it an Asian there?
An Asian, yeah. No, I was looking at myself actually in the mirror, and I thought, okay, there's an Asian man right there. It actually makes a difference. One, to be sort of a bit niche in that sense, because I mean there weren't really sort of Asian authors when I was a kid. So there was no one I could relate to. So I wanted to write contemporary stories about Asian Australians, and an agent liked it, picked it up and shopped it around, and then Penguin Random House picked it up.
Are you full Thai?
I'm actually half Thai actually. I'm my mum's Thai and my dad's Laotian, hence the name Phommavanh. Okay. And there's slight variations, like there's Pomachan, there's Pomma Laksang.
But you weren't born there, you were born in Australia?
Yep. So born and bred out in Western Sydney. Grew up in Kenny Vale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get back to Thailand? Do you go there?
Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, I used to go back there every 2 years for the 6 weeks of the Christmas New Year's holiday, and that was a lot of fun, seeing all my cousins and all my relos.
That's a great place. I like it. I love the food. Food's fantastic there.
Food's awesome, you know, like, and you know, like shopping's great as well, and the people are so laid back, and so, but you know, for me, when I was a kid, I didn't see it that way. You know, for me, it was like, oh man, Thai food, I'm so over it, because I had Thai food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I wanted to rebel, you know. I wanted like a humble meat pie or a sausage roll, or even like a sandwich.
What's a Thai breakfast consist of?
A Thai breakfast is
because I've only ever had lunch and dinner. I've never gone out to go, right, I'm going to go and have some Thai breakfast.
Well, you know what? My mum would always cook like congee, so kind of like rice porridge.
Right.
And a little bit of meat. Sometimes it was something sweet, like
meat for breakfast too.
Yeah.
I guess we have bacon, don't you? People.
It's true. You know, like when I was in Thailand, like we had like sticky rice and Lao sausages for breakfast.
Right.
I craved like a McDonald's, KFC. All my friends were having all that kind of cool stuff. But I was one of those kids that was forced.
Cool stuff. Come on, now it's not cool. See, maybe then it was cool, and you've gone full circle now to go. You know, it's cool. The Thai food's cool.
Exactly.
And the McDonald's and the Burger Kings and the fast food is sort of off the list of a lot of people.
It's so true. A lot of canteens now are selling sushi.
Yeah.
Which I thought as a kid I would have been like, that's crazy, but now sushi's in, and you know, like, Thai food is the hottest thing, you know, the pad Thai and all that kind of stuff. And but to be honest though, my favorite foods are still burgers and pizzas.
You don't have kids yourself, do you?
I don't have any kids yet. No, I've been married for about 3.5 years now, and it's been great. But we actually want to go traveling. Actually,
that'll stop that if don't have kids.
Exactly. I think we've got a couple more big trips planned before we do settle down and get into kids and stuff.
Well, you're young enough.
Yeah.
Now, you've had 7 books published now, 7, the first one being Thai-riffic. Is there a running theme to the books, like the Harry Potter series or anything like that, or are they all just standalone novels?
Yeah, some of them are standalone. Thai-riffic and Con Nerd, my other books, are separate series.
Yep.
And so my latest books actually are Super Con Nerd, which is a sequel to my early book Con Nerd, so hence the Super. So it's kind of like a bit more upgraded.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these stories are essentially a part of me. So, you know, Thai-riffic's about my heritage. Con Nerd is about the nerdy side of me, you know, wanting to be creative. He wants to be a comic book artist.
Right.
You know, my other books, Punchlines, the stand-up comedy side of me as well.
So your first job, primary school teacher.
Yeah.
Writer.
Yeah.
Was next in line, stand-up comedy.
Yeah. That was always on the side. So when I was pursuing writing or when I was teaching, I always did stand-up comedy. I sort of dabbled in it. I took it seriously for a couple of years. Went off, did it again, kind of thing. So yeah.
Still doing?
I do a little bit of comedy these days, just to sort of test out my writing and just to sort of get into it for fun.
Yeah.
But you know what? I did stand up comedy for 2 reasons. One, Jerry Seinfeld, my idol in high school, worshipped him. I basically did all my speeches like stand up routines.
Yeah.
You know, I just basically threw cue cards in here like Paul McDermott used to do back in Good News Week, and just make people laugh. But I also did stand up comedy to test out my writing, because you find out very quickly if something's funny or not if you're on stage.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So I like that response to that immediate feedback that I got from doing stand-up.
And the next thing, the Thai-riffic book has now been turned into not a movie yet, but I guess a stage play first.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. So it's going to be at the Monkey Bar Theatre and also at the Seymour Theatre, and it's great. Like I was there from the very beginning when they first pitched it to me. the director was actually one of my friends that I met earlier at another production, and she liked the essence of this Thai kid wanting to be Australian and find the best of both worlds. This kind of like cultural cringe that happens, and so it's fantastic. I've sat through the rehearsals, the meetings, the production meetings, all that kind of stuff, and it's sort of moving along quite nicely.
And you're doing all right from it.
Yes, I'm a consultant, so that means I get a fair bit. But honestly, like, I think that the big thing is exposure. So hopefully when they read, hopefully when they see the play, they'll read the book, and vice versa. So and the best thing about this play is that, like, Nathan Luff, the playwright, he basically took all the elements from the book, all the best bits, and mashed them up into a whole new storyline. So if you read the book, you'll love the play. If you watch the play and you like it, you'll love the book. So it's a win-win. And
the books we will be giving away some as prizes, but the books and most of your other stuff you can find you at oliverwriter.com.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I did try oliverphommavanh.com, but we wasn't getting many hits because people sort of struggled after the PHO, and they just put 1,000 M's in there, and Google just exploded when that happens.
Your handle for Twitter and Instagram, Oliver Winfrey. And it's got nowhere near Phommavanh, nowhere near anything. How does that one come about? Oliver Winfrey.
Yeah, so Winfrey was my high school nickname. Some kid just called me Oliver Winfrey, thinking my name was Oprah Winfrey.
All right.
Even got the Winfrey wrong, the double E instead of EY. And that name just stuck like glue during high school, so I just used it as a handle. Follow me on Twitter if you want to follow my writing journey, all my books, all my updates, festivals that I visit, schools that I visit. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see all my nerdy stuff, such as all my really cool Nintendo gear, because I'm a big video game nerd as well. Yeah. And also, you can also follow my burger journey, because I have taken over 100 burgergrams. So wherever I go, traveling all around the world and Australia, I always try to find the best burgers to eat and take photos of them.
All right, man. Cheers, Oliver. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Yeah, pleasure, Daz.
Okay, if you are a Facebook follower of the page, you do get chances to win prizes, and we've got a couple of books from Oliver Phommavanh to give away at the moment to hopefully Catherine Brownhill. Are you there, Catherine?
I'm here.
All right. It's an easy giveaway in this world of fake news and fake statistics and everything else that's out there. What I'm going to do is give you two facts. Well, one of them is a fact, the other one's not. You just have to tell me which one is the fact, and the books are yours, okay?
Awesome.
All right. Now, do you have a couple of kids?
I do. I've got kids who love to read, so this is very exciting.
Perfect. What age are the kids?
10 and 7.
All right, that's a perfect age group for these books, that's for sure. All right, here we go. First one. Slugs have 4 noses, or the parrotfish is named for its ability to imitate human speech.
I'm going to go with slugs.
Slugs have 4 noses? Well, that is correct, because I'm really not sure how fish would speak underwater anyway. So an easy quiz, easy enough quiz, I guess.
Thank you so much.
No worries, thanks, Catherine.
Coming up on the next episode of the Darren Sanders Show.
Yeah. Well, there was no off-camera.
Oh, really?
So someone's got these stories.
Okay.
And man, you should hear these stories. They're amazing. When was this ever likely to happen? This is a moment in my history, in my life, where I'll be telling this to my nursing home.
The Darren Sanders Show was not recorded in front of a live studio audience. Mike Goldman speaking.